This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Dr. Oetker Ristorante Pizza Speciale. I was at the shops today and I saw that the frozen pizzas from Dr. Oetker were on sale for €1.59, so I could not resist and I bought a few, because I haven't tried all of these yet, and usually I'm going for Wagner pizza, not Dr. Oetker. I usually prefer the sauce on them and the actual crust. Dr. Oetker, not really my kind of thing, usually, but Wagner has changed their recipe a little bit in some respects, and most of the pizzas are worse than they were before. So I think it's a good idea to check out Dr. Oetker ones and see if they are better, or if they are the way to go in the future from now on. These are the instructions for the preparation of the meal, and here is the ingredients list. Let me zoom in on that. It's in German, it's in French, it's in Dutch, it's in English. This is wonderful, so you can pause the video if you want to read that. Anything else? Yeah, we've got Danish, we've got Finnish, we've got Norwegian, we've got Swedish, we've got Spanish, we've got Portuguese, and we've got Greek, and we've got Russian. The Russian one is a bit bigger than the others. Well, I guess they put this, I don't know why. Let's take a quick look at the nutrition table, and we've got 330 grams of pizza in here. I assume that this is without the carton and the foil. Let's take it out of its hull, out of its protection. Open this up. I have to preheat the oven. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I usually don't preheat the oven because it's just a waste of energy, and 15 minutes usually gets the job done quite well. And yeah, something that comes to me right away is that the actual mushrooms on here, they are a lot bigger. They look like actual mushrooms and not just mushroomy pieces of matter like they do on the Wagner pizza, which is a surprise, a welcome surprise, I must say. The pepperoni right here looks decent as well. The salami looks like regular cheap salami. It's cut too thickly and all of that. And this is the ham right here. You can see that this is not the best quality of ham. This is, I don't know what this is. Ligaments. This is not fat, that's probably ligaments. And we've got our cheese right here at the bottom with the tomato sauce on the very bottom under it. And that's really it. We've got some greens on here and nothing really too special at all, which is just what I expect from a regular Speciale pizza. I'll get this in the oven now and I'll see you in a second. Here we are with the finished product. I had it in the oven for about 15.5 minutes at 220 degrees Celsius. Round about that. I don't have a digital readout on the temperature. I did not preheat the oven as I usually do, and I can say that the overall picture seems to be quite alright. Some edges are a bit browner than others, but that's right up my alley. Nothing really looks too dried out at all. The mushroom pieces here seem fine, the prosciutto seems fine, the salami and the pepperoni as well. The cheese is nice and melted, but we've got a little bit of a puddle right in the center of the pizza right here. Maybe you can see that on camera. I do not know how well it turns out. That's unfortunately quite a common occurrence with these frozen pizzas that you make at home. So I guess we'll go in and slice off a little piece for us to try. And after that we'll have a quick look at the individual toppings and see how they are. I've not tasted them when they were frozen, and I don't think I'm going to do that in the future, but it's at least nice to know how they taste like when the pizza is finally prepared. Close-up shot of the entire thing. This is the base right here, or the crust. Yeah, it looks nice. The slimy bit is just on the very top of it. Let's take a look at the bottom of it. Nothing is burnt, nice and homogeneous all around it seems. So let's go in. So after the first slice I can say that the toppings are fine, the salami tastes alright and nothing special. Same goes for the ham and the mushrooms. Overall, in a picture of an entire slice. The pizza crust itself is alright. The outer edge is nice and crunchy, and the base is certainly better than it has been a few years ago when I last tried it. Maybe I just had a bad batch or did some preparation error. Something that bothers me though right away is the cheese on it. I know that they are not putting mozzarella cheese on these regular pizzas because it's just too expensive. Here they put Gouda on it, but I've got to say that the oiliness and the fattiness of that cheese with that flavor of Gouda cheese, it doesn't really fit into the pizza theme. At least I think about it that way. It doesn't quite. It's not quite right. So I wish that they would play around with that a bit more. So you have something that would be resembling mozzarella cheese a bit better. So let's take a quick look at the mushrooms. This was one of the largest bits. Yeah, this was the largest bit of mushroom. Quite nice. Like I said previously, on the Wagner pizzas and many of the discount pizzas, you get much smaller mushroom pieces, and yeah, they only resemble sometimes mushrooms in appearance, but they don't really taste of anything. Let's see how this one is. So the mushroom flavor is quite alright actually. The texture is really nice. It just tastes like regular mushroom without being frozen at all. And the taste of it, it actually got some rich flavor to it. Just like regular mushroom taste that you would have in a soup or something. Which is again a bit surprising because I'm simply not used to that. That's quite a welcome surprise, I must say. So let's taste the ham on its own. The ham is, when it comes to flavor, alright as well. Nothing bad about it. The texture though, that I've got a bit of a problem with, because it feels, it doesn't feel quite right. We took a look at one of these pieces which had some, you know, ligaments in there. And you really feel it when you bite on it. It's not very pleasant at all. So in my opinion, usually when you've got that situation going on, I mean, if I was making these pizzas, I would just put less ham on there and make it just a bit better. It really takes away from the eating experience when you've got that ligament stuff in your mouth, and it's a bit more chewy and fibery, and it's not very nice at all. So let's take a look at the salami slice right here. Get some of the other toppings off it. Well, the cheese is going to be a bit difficult to get off entirely, but we're eating it with the cheese anyway, so yeah. The salami itself tastes fine, but there is not that much of a flavor to it. I guess they're putting enough to the pepperoni pieces right here. They are doing the major job when it comes to that regard, I guess. And yes, the pepperoni pieces are quite a bit more spicy. A nice spice in the back of your mouth. Very pleasant, I must say. So, is there anything else? No. Now it's just up to the cheese itself, which I have determined to be not my favorite, and the tomato sauce. And let's do that in one little go before I consume the pizza and give you my resume about this. Yeah, just like I said in the beginning, it doesn't quite fit on pizza too well, Gouda cheese, so it wouldn't be bad if they just changed it up a little bit or experimented around a little bit. It certainly would go a long way. I guess most people do not really care when they have a frozen pizza what kind of cheese is on there. It just has to be warm and overall pleasant to eat at a cheap price to be, well, good enough. But I think small changes can go a long way. So I've finished my dinner successfully, and I will give you my conclusion of the entire thing right now. The first impression, of course, was decent, color-wise, and nothing looked off color. Everything looked like it should. That was good as well. Taste-wise, now that's where I'm in a bit of a predicament, one could say. The Gouda cheese, of course, is dragging the entire thing down a bit, but the mushrooms, for example, and the regular tomato sauce are quite alright, so I'm giving half marks in there overall. Consistency and texture is really the biggest problem that I have with this, because again, the mushrooms were nicely balanced. Taste-wise, they were great. Consistency-wise and texture-wise in your mouth, they taste very, very natural. You can't... Well, it's difficult to tell that they've actually been frozen before. And overall, they are very pleasant to eat. But the consistency and texture of the ham, on the other hand, that's really pulling down on the marks right here. Theme realization, it's a Speciale Pizza. Most of what's supposed to be on there is on there, and I've got no complaints in that regard. And the value for money for €1.59, that's very good, but that was of course on sale. I suppose they are like 2 something usually when you buy them when they are not on sale here in Central Europe. So on a scale from 1 to 10, we've got a total rating of 6.56, and that is the end of this particular review. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.